In the spirit of Jesus, our master gardener, Sewell Woodward has devoted his life to planting and nurturing seeds, both spiritual and temporal. Born in Lexington to parents Anna and Sewell Woodward Sr., Sonny grew up in the fun and fellowship of Epworth Methodist Church under the mentorship of Dr. Warner P. Davis. While working towards his BA degree at Asbury College, he accepted an invitation to speak at a student nurse's prayer service at Good Samaritan Hospital. There he met the love of his life, Rosalie Chestnut, who led the singing. The couple soon married and began raising a family while Sewell continued his education. He received his Master of Divinity and Doctor of Ministry degrees from Lexington Theological Seminary. He later received an honorary doctorate from Union College. For almost 4 decades, Sewell and Rosalie, he reminds us, led 6 congregations in Kentucky, from Pineville to Covington, from Maysville to Nicholasville. In addition to his duties as pastor, Sewell led camp meetings, bringing thousands of people to know Christ. He preached over 50 revivals, including a most memorable one lasting 23 days in tiny Lynch, Kentucky, during which time 141 persons accepted Christ. At another revival, a 16-year-old youth was first to come forward. Today, that person is Sewell's bishop, Lindsay Davis. During his 9 years leading Centenary in Lexington, the church grew to be the largest in the Kentucky Annual Conference, receiving close to 1,800 new members. But Sewell did not rely on the pulpit alone to tend his flock. Good friend Dr. Amy King recalls that when Sewell arrived at the church, he promised to visit every household, and he was true to his word. Dr. Sandra Gray, now president of Asbury University, says he loved us into the church. David Long, now president of One Mission Society, recalls with gratitude how Sewell visited and drew him back to Christ. Bishop Al Gwynn reflects, "Not a day goes by that he does not sacrifice a piece of himself for others." And Milton Lewis of San Antonio, Texas, simply states, "Sewell Woodward is the reason I am a United Methodist pastor." Perhaps the happiest days of Sewell's ministry came during the 7 years he served as Ashland District Superintendent. He takes understandable pride in pointing out that all 75 of his churches gave more than 100% apportionments for 5 straight years. Dr. Robert C. Morgan writes, "I learned as bishop you do not suggest anything or ask anything without understanding that Sewell would have it done in a matter of days." He adds, "My prayer life improved when driving in the mountains with Sewell at the wheel." Sewell began his so-called retirement in 1997, coming to live at Wesley Village shortly after his beloved Rosalie received a diagnosis of Alzheimer's. Residents and staff alike recall his patient, tender care for her as the disease took an ever-increasing toll. Among his gifts to her and to us at the village is a garden that he lovingly planted and landscaped in her honor, just outside the manors where Rosalie lived. She died in 2007. Though Sewell is now in his 70s, the Lord is not finished with him yet. In addition to staying active with the Interdenominational Mission Society, which he helped co-found in 1984, he continues to pastor historic Roberts Chapel in rural Jessamine County. "It's hard to pastor a church for the first time without the help of Rosalie," he said recently. True to form, though, his tiny congregation has increased tenfold since his arrival 4 years ago. We are honored to present Sewell Woodward, a recipient of the 2010 Heroes, Saints, and Legends Award.